do, what it 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 do. A little sneeze need a full evaluation. I'm just like mentally whacked, or is this just ran for social media purposes only? Do what it do, la gang. I hope everybody out there is doing good, great, blessed, and staying productive. I'm doing good, great, blessed, and staying productive. Can we all say happy Thursday? Before jumping into today's reaction video, just in case if you did not catch my last upload, there's the thumbnail. Y'all go over and check it out. If you are new here and just wondering like, who am I talking about? The breeder and her little sneeze. Somewhere within that little sneeze, I mean, it must be congested. I would say clogged up, and I would even call it fucking mentally whacked. Okay, on all ends. So yes, we already talked about the breeder and her neglect and everything that she served. Not only serving all the things that she don't want to look at, I would say overlook. But then at the end of the day, if you're looking at your kids all day and you're around them all day, you have no choice but to look at them and acknowledge and observe everything that's wrong with them. But when it takes social media to call you out and say somewhere in there is something wrong, okay? Why does Aisha talk like a robot? Okay, and I say again to stamp it on the ones that can't comprehend on the back end of what I'm saying. I'm not being funny. That's real reality of the truth of the things that we observe. Also, okay, coming on talking about tires and used tires is too much. I mean, shit, if you can go out there and you can play bingo and you can waste all them dollars and $5 and you understand Taco Bell and fish and fries and all these other things, don't come to social media when the numbers ain't numbering, because you need another tire. You need another tire. I guess that's where she want everybody in they coins, okay, to somehow, some way cash app her something or feel some type of way to say, oh, she need a little help with a used tire and some service. I would say on this day, it ain't helping the kids, because then you say, you ain't taking them out the house. You get them from point A, B, right back to the house. Anyways, y'all, with all that being said, yes, I am talking about the breeder and her shenanigans and the little sneeze being very congested over there on Instagram, doing way. And then that's where I say way too much. It allows everybody to know that this whore, okay, this whore here really needs to be evaluated. Okay, and that's what I would say on this day. Anyways, y'all, with all that being said, let's jump right on into today's reaction video. All right, so y'all, we gonna jump into the diary, okay? Into the diary of Shania Nicole Grant, okay? Lil Sneeze, the breeder's daughter. A mental case, okay? And I ain't being funny. I would say this brow here her sneeze is very heavy, okay? It's very congested. It's very rough. She is mentally unstable in different areas, but then you would say she's stable in certain areas, but we classified and see it as being unstable. And then that's where we say she's unstable within every area, within her life, within her mental, okay, and within her fucking physical, okay? We're gonna say it like that. So we're gonna go over to her Instagram page, because I received plenty emails yesterday of just, you know, out of pocket ass shit that she is saying. And then you say, even though you want to open social media Instagram up of being your diary, it's just some things that you don't say on social media. And then when I say some things that you don't dive and jump into on social media, is because somewhere in there, your breeder has been living, sleeping, breathing, and eating under DSS her whole life, okay? Because of her children and the things that she is not doing. And now to know, okay, I have a mental full case within my house with, someone that is very unstable, that feel like she can jump into the mind of a serial Killer. I mean, it's just some shit you don't think about. I would never sit here and talk about how a person become a serial Killer or how they pick who they want to yell. I'm just saying. I mean, nobody would know that unless you on that mentally fucking unstable level. Okay, that's what I would say. And then put in a pause there. Okay, this shit is purposely typed out for social media because you feel like, well, I'll get the attention of being a psychopath, of being mentally whacked, I get the attention of being unstable, then that's where you say that's where the reports start to come in at. That's where you start to bring the extra traffic that's already coming into your breeder to start bringing the traffic upon you, okay, which making you and your sibling situation more harder. You understand? Because then that's where I say reports need to be made, because if you are actually thinking like this, or this could ever be your position of you jumping in, okay, you can see yourself taking or going there, then that's where you say, you can black out at any time. You can black out at any time or any state, and then you would say nobody is fucking safe, not even your breeder, okay? And at the end of the day, I wouldn't yell. I would say it's some serious-ish, okay? Serious-ish on all ends, but then you say, I guess it explains why Naya is the way she is, but I never know nobody just want to swim in the shit and talk about the anger and talk about being depressed. And if I let my anger just let it out, this is what I do. And it's okay for me to KIL somebody because, and then it's almost like if it'll give you a high, but this is not a normal conversation that anybody would have. I think anybody that's fully unstable, okay, and knowing that they unstable or not aware that they are fully unstable will sit here and talk about this nonsense. So before jumping into that, okay, we're going to talk about the post that she was making, basically talking about quitting her job, okay, not going back. I've been told y'all, I don't think Naya worked for real, okay? These hoes quit jobs like, well, how can I say? I don't know, okay? Because I was finna say something, but that was going to be out of whack. I'm not going to say that. But they really be quitting jobs around here just like, Naya, you don't think you need a job to jump out, okay, and start doing what you need to do for self? The breeder, she only worked for about a little bit and then she hopping out. But if you catch it, they always blaming the problems of what's taking place on the job. They ain't never taking accountability for that shit. It's always somebody else. Somebody else is interfering, okay, with them doing their job, with them working hard, with them going overboard. I'm always at work. I called in late, or I missed the day, but hey, give me grace. No, that ain't the way it works. You're not gonna tell the full story. You're only gonna tell certain parts of what you want to tell, and then you'll try to make it look good. So then you say, if you done had 15 jobs up under your belt and you are only 21, that's not a flex whore. That's really bad. Damn, I'm my age and I ain't had 15 jobs up under my belt. Like, that's crazy, because y'all already know when you go out here and you looking for a job, you are basically looking for stability, right? But I guess these hoes would never get it because they don't know what stability is. They don't know what being stable is. I think this the longest nigga has been stable so far without pulling a garage door down, or however. I'm talking about, having housing, okay? Being placed somewhere. On the job on the other end, it don't be lasting long. Saying, you look for stability. You look for something that say, well, okay, I want to be here. This is what I work until I find something so much greater. But just to be job hopping, I don't have time. I'm not going to sit here and play hopscotch all damn day, okay? And then, even though I'm playing hopscotch all damn day, I'm still not getting ahead, okay? So then that's where you say, check your resume, check this. It look bad. Jobs start looking at that. When they try to look at your little resume, they go back on all the jobs you had. It doesn't mean the more jobs you have, the more reliable you are, or the more of a hard worker you are. It just shows how fucking unstable you are. Yes. You know what? I'm tired. I'm tired of working a job where everything is a problem. Who she sound like, y'all? She sound like her fucking breeder. She sound like her breeder when the breeder was working at the laundromat and talking about how she was tired and the manager had dementia and the manager saying this and that. Damn, girl. Same apples falling from that broke ass tree. Where everything is a problem, and better yet, a job that is using me. How the fuck can a job use you and you're there to work? You understand? But most of the time when we see you with your breeder, okay, and it doesn't look like you are a hard-working woman, because then it's where it's like, when you're a hard-working Young woman, it looks kind of different, okay? It don't look like that. Tired of going into a job being disrespected. Ha! Ain't that what the breeder said? The breeder said she was being disrespected by the manager and she not gonna deal with the manager talk. It's just they way to know that they ass is about to be out the door, and probably somebody from the job has said something to them and they know they about to be out the door. So the best thing is to jump the fuck out before you get fired out. You know? Anyways, you know, like the breeder got fired out. Now she's somewhere doing housekeeping because that's what Naya was doing, housekeeping. So they folding and cleaning. My mental ain't straight. If you know your mental ain't straight, why you don't get help? See, that's the thing. People that continue to talk about their mental ain't straight and I'm highly depressed and I'm highly this and that, why you don't get help? Why you just sit there and dwell in it? Why you sit there and dwell in it and then post it out here and want to talk about it? I mean, it's not a wow factor for no fucking body about your mental not being straight, because at the end of the day, nobody has to deal with your mental not being straight but you. And then that's where you say not falling to go get help. So if you jump out there and do anything to anybody, however the case may be, because your mental ain't straight, guess what? Your mental ain't gonna be straight. Then you're gonna get in trouble because your mental ain't straight. Not only that, you're gonna be in a fucking straight jacket because guess what? Your mental ain't straight and you refuse to get help. The only thing you want to do is type it out. And if you ain't typing it out, you are screaming it real loud within the video, but then at the end of the day, we just eye rolling that hoe and saying, yeah, okay, but what you trying to do about it? Absolutely nothing, right? The same thing that you are not trying to do about your life, but sleep downstairs and put some fucking dividers up, right? What she say? I'm tired of going into a job being disrespected. My mental ain't straight and I don't know what I'm capable of. Called out yesterday. Why was this everyone's business? Been there for almost 6 months. Called out once. So this was the second time. So you've been on the job for 6 months, Naya, and you only called out once. But you are here with your breeder every time she refused not to go to work or she called off or however the case may be. This was the second time. This lady moved positions and forgot who she was. So therefore, I'm not coming in today. So you mad because somebody addressed or said something to you about you calling out and not doing your job properly. And just like the breeder, you feel some type of way because then that's where you say she is no longer on your level. Okay, she has moved up somehow. And now you talking about since she's moved positions or got a better position, now she acting funny and she treating you funny, right? Oh, it's always y'all broke their hoes. Okay, this is what y'all give. Moved positions and forgot who she was. So therefore, I'm not coming in today. Now you have no choice but to work on your off day. Y'all not about to kill me. I called out because I was tired. Now I need an excuse. Being on my phone while working is why I applied for the job and I never had a problem. To old girl moved up. How sometimes we hate and we be jealous of other people's position and we just find a reason why. And now they can't address me in no type of way. I'm gonna say her position going to her head. Oh my God. Just take fucking accountability. It's easy. It's so easy to take accountability, y'all. You know, you doing wrong, you fucked up, however the case may be. I applied for the job and never had a problem until old girl moved up. It was supposed to be an independent job, like my last housekeeping job. Damn, so that's what you falling for, housekeeping? But then you say, how does housekeeping line up with your shit? I'd say your fucking resume, because then that's where you say you want to be a nurse, right? So how is that lined up with being a nurse, okay? The breeder got you housekeeping. The breeder pulled you from trying to go out there and complete and finish school to be a nurse to got you saying, let's go housekeep, okay? Let's go clean on our own because it might feel like we independent and being self-employed and working for ourselves, right? Is that... Y'all know how the breeder do it. Have your own business. You working for somebody. Independent job like my last housekeeping job, but obviously people can't mind their business. I will be collecting my check Friday and moving on. Y'all deserve to get hell tired. Why the fuck you took the position? Like this lady tried to blame everything on me, but now you gonna be even more tired picking up my leftovers. You must don't know me. I done worked over 15 jobs. Oh shit, I tried to give you the benefit of the doubt and said 15. She said she done worked over 15 jobs. Listen to her sound like her breeder and think that right there is a flex. Over 15 jobs and you only 21? That don't even add up to calculate accordingly. Okay, to equal anything accordingly. It allowed everybody to know these jobs that you've been on. You hopped on and got kicked off, or you hopped on and you hopped off. That's the only way possible. No stability, no world. I will get another one in no time. Check my resume. And yes, them old ladies really do be your biggest haters, especially in Sumter, South Carolina. Good morning, though. I don't think the old ladies be your biggest hater. They just know, they know what needs to be done and they know how to fucking work. And they know when somebody come in and they playing around or really don't want to work, or they come in looking tired as hell because they want to be tired as hell and don't want to do their job. I would say I feel it's really sad. 15 jobs and more, and you said check your resume like you'll have another job in no time. Then that's where I said, that's bad. That's really bad. I guess your breeder never told you that. I guess the breeder said the more jobs you hop on, guess what? It looks good. It don't look good. They sometimes look for stability. They sometimes look to see, okay, how did you grow within whatever company, whatever you was doing? Y'all, she's 21 and she said she done had over 15 jobs. Damn. Daughter, like mama. Okay, so how many jobs have the breeder had? That's what I want to know. I guess this was the message for the job. But then I would go like, why do y'all go on social media complaining about y'all job where y'all know that y'all are fucking it up? Okay, same thing breeder did on YouTube. Same stuff Naya is doing over here. You say, girl, who following you? And at the end of the day, who is really fucking current? Nobody. Okay, nobody want to know where you worked. Nobody want to know, hell, you 21 and you fucking being a housekeeper, and not only a housekeeper for a job, but you trying to be a housekeeper at the house and co-parenting. I mean, it don't line up with what you had intentions of trying to do for your life. I mean, it really don't. All right, this say censor said, good morning. Moving forward, if you're calling out, please don't call the front desk, or if you do, ask to speak with censored. Okay, it's blacked out. If you are scheduled off, I respect that, but if you see me texting or calling, we are all adults. Please respond. I want you guys to know I have plenty of applications I will be going through today and setting up an interview. When calling out, you must bring me an excuse or refuse, and you will get written up. Thanks for all you do. They can't take nobody telling them the truth. They can't take nobody calling them out for the wrong that they do. They can't take nobody for calling them out because they lazy as fuck. It ain't that your mental ain't straight. How you lazy as fuck. Okay, and it's sad to be that lazy, and life has just started beginning, okay, to actually do what? Life, right? But you too lazy to step your fucking foot in. You too lazy to get dressed for the day. You too lazy to jump in. You too lazy to do your hair. You too lazy to find what's next. You too lazy, okay, to really jump in what you had intentions on doing. Okay, you rather just hold on the tail of your fucking breeder. Okay, and we see how that shit wagging your ass every which way. Like, quit trying to play with it. If you feel like you are unstable, go get help. Go get help. Don't come on and talk this big. My mental is not straight. I don't know what I'm capable of. Because then there's where you say, well, and bingo, child, you weren't capable of shit, but speaking up under your breath and moving. Here's the next message. Rooms, myself. If you can't come in, I will need an excuse from you. Thanks. I mean, they're going to only allow you to call in and miss so many times to why, okay, now we need a reason why you continue to call out or you're not showing up to do your damn job. right? So then she come back and she say, good morning, I will not be returning for work. I didn't write or type a 2 weeks notice, but if needed, I will do so. I will come in to return the master key by the end of the week. Thanks for the opportunity, but I cannot continue working for Hyatt. Wow. So she go on her social media page with this right here, talking about her job, talking about they don't treat her right, and oh, the lady. I mean, it sounds like the breeder, just a different form in a different way. And now Nia don't have a job, and then that'll be conflict between her and the breeder, because the breeder needs her ass to fucking work at all times because she needs those coins. Then you go over here on the other breeder, and here you have it, her talking about her tire. Okay, and they want to put text messages up of this and that. Like, why y'all doing all that? Y'all ain't got shit better to do. Y'all ain't got shit better to do. Can't even do y'all housekeeping and laundry attendant ass jobs. Y'all can't even get that shit up to par. And y'all bring this to social media. You bring it to social media because you want feedback. You want somebody to say something. Or I want somebody to cash out, or somebody feel sorry for me. Both of y'all are some needy asshole, needy of attention, needing of something from somebody else, of the things that y'all can actually do for yourself. I'm just saying, the breeder is not raising her kids to be independent, okay, and know what they need and what they have to do within life. Unstable, codependent ass children. Due to the fucking breeder and her negligence, okay? So I just go like this, okay? Nia is always trying to act like she just crazy, right? Her mental is so unstable, and she just don't know what she could do next. Okay, she could just fly off the handle, and then that's it. How can someone like that, or with that mental status, be here in the household around all these kids? Do y'all ever think about that? Since your mental is so, I wouldn't trust you around my kids. And then you say, is this why Nika always keep this bra in the passenger seat? Is this always why she got to be glued to her hip? And then we will also say, you know what? Nia didn't start doing all this, oh, my mental and oh, until she ran and hit that fucking tree. Okay? I guess she think that life won't bite back, but it will. Okay, it'll bite back in the worst way. You could be sitting up here posting all this and feel like, oh, okay, until somebody start knocking at y'all fucking door. Knocking at y'all door for the things that y'all are posting on social media that allows everybody to know that you are very unstable, okay, and you are endangering, okay, each and everybody within that household of your suicidal, okay, and I would say serial, KILLER thoughts, okay? And that's just how I see it. The shit ain't cute. It ain't pretty. It ain't shit that we could tie up in a bow and say, oh, it ain't none of that. It's not laughable. It is not like, dang, y'all, now you're crazy. Dang, y'all, now y'all see, no ho, okay? Not at all. Okay, it's more like you gonna mess the whole situation up for your breeder of the shit she trying to cover and the glue that she trying to keep in there to keep everybody together, because you need to be snatched out. You need to be somewhere within the padded walls, because then it's where it's like you don't want to get help. You don't want to get help, but I wanna talk about it. I wanna continue to, yeah. Nonsense. Let's move on over, okay? Let's move on over and jump into the mindset of a psychopath, okay? Because she labeled herself as a psychopath. Psychopath that's not getting help, not getting evaluated, and then you would say, who evaluated you to allow you to know and even title yourself, okay? Put that label upon yourself that you are a psychopath, you know? I don't think kids need to be in a situation or within a household with a psychopath. You know why? Because a psychopath can snap at any time, okay? And anybody can be in harm. Okay, that's what I would say. So sometimes we need to pick our words and choose the things that we say. We need to, be wise about that shit. You understand? Even though it's social media and I feel like I'm opening up a diary, I mean, the shit is actually kind of concerning. And it's concerning that the breeder is nowhere to say, hey, Naya, don't put that shit on social media. Hey, y'all are two fucks in a can together. Like, what is it? Like the can of salmon, okay? Like y'all get that y'all get, when you get that can of salmon, you get them little two halves in there. Yeah, stuck in there together, her and the breeder. All right, so she did a repost. Somebody on TikTok said, I wonder what drives a serial, okay, K-I-L-L, y'all already know, right? So insane, and how they choose they victim. I want to know. That's something I wouldn't look up. That's something I wouldn't tag. That's something I wouldn't look at to even fucking repost. That does things like that is actually mentally unstable. Not only mentally unstable, I will also say, just miserable for whatever reason, miserable for dealing and battling with different type of traumas. Okay. And then you say the traumas can actually turn into, I would say like a, almost like a demonic or certain things like that. Y'all get what I'm saying? To why it starts to hunt you. You understand? You start to do things that's out of character and out of whack, because then that's where you say, all my trauma, all my pain, all these different things, it has switched over. Okay? It has now transformed to something else, to where I have something that's triggering within me, okay, that I want everybody else to feel my pain. You understand? And then that's where he's like, it's not fair to everybody else because nobody done anything to you, but I am so, okay. And then that's where I say mentally out of whack, okay. You start to malfunction. You start to just, like y'all used to watch the robot and they work the robot, so and the robot, the robot just start breaking the fuck down and smoke coming out and everything. That's how I see them, okay? So you have battling depression, okay? Everything is stemmed from something, right? So battling depression, battling trauma, okay? Battling life, okay? Life is what it can break you down, okay? If you ain't ready for it, it can make you depressed. Your trauma of the things that you have dealt with as being a child. Y'all notice you can live with that shit and try to keep it undercover, but if you don't work on it to heal, or sit down and talk to somebody, or jot out about it to actually get it out, guess what? As you get a grown ass adult, that shit start hunting you 10 times, 1,000 times worse than it was hunting you before, right? So then this is where it drives you to do certain things, okay? Because I can't even handle it no more. Sometimes I can't even handle the pressure of life, okay? So then you say, how many times have y'all done seen where people is just battling and lost their job, and it's hard for them to live on a day-to-day, and it's just like, this is what I'm finna do, okay? I'm finna go in the hospital and I'm finna take out everybody because this is what I feel like I want to do with my life. Or even being in the serial way, hurt people want to hurt people, okay? The worst way. Sometimes it's overloaded to where, yeah. So anyway, I don't see where I would repost or tag this to even talk about it. But Naya wants that spotlight of being a psychopath. She wants people to see her as darkness. She wants people to see her as, I don't know what I'm capable of. But on the other side of the screen, people are seeing you are battling something that is very fucking horrific, okay? Very horrific, that it stemmed all the way down from your fucking childhood, okay? That the breeder had allowed to happen to you, or the breeder took it upon herself to happen to you, and now the older you get, it's traumatizing you. Not only that, it's hunting you, and also you not being where you feel like you should be within life, and you don't know how to fucking get there because somewhere in there you are trapped within her manipulation. You are trapped within the trauma. You are trapped within this same fucking cycle. So then it's where it's like, oh, you bolted, okay? You chained and you bolted to the life of what the breeder has applied upon her children, and y'all are all suffering in y'all different ways. And this is what it is. You got Taquan over there. He don't know if he want to drink and pop pills. He don't know if he want to get high on every degree and every level and every way possible, just trying to fight some shit over. And it doesn't matter how much you smoke, drink, pop, however, guess what? It's only going away for the moment, but then it's back here to fucking hunt you. I even look at the job. You going off on a lady because she done moved to a different position, but you already know, hey, what the attendance policy is, how many times you can call in, what you can't. You know, some people are not going to enforce it. Some people are placed in a position to actually enforce it. Okay, I'm in this position now and I'm going to do my job. No, you're not going to continue to do the same thing. If you're going to miss out, I need an excuse. If you refuse, then I'm going to write you up. And then after that, so the best thing to do, some people don't like it. Some people don't like where, hey, it's authority. Okay, as she said, she thought she was going to be independent. Well, being independent means, you know what I'm saying? Go find a way to be fucking self-employed. Have your own business. Do what you want to do. Answer to yourself. And let's see how the fuck that worked for you. I mean, it won't work because being up under somebody, you can't even do your due diligence. I mean, 15 jobs and more, you can't even handle, you couldn't handle being your own boss. Okay. The independency is not within y'all. And that's what the breeder instilled within you. Okay. All right, y'all. So this was her post after somebody on TikTok said, I wonder what drives a serial. Y'all already know. So insane and how they choose their victim. I want to know, okay? She said, Naya come back to say words and actions, the energy you give. And if you KIL, you drive to KIL again. Will only eat you up. Drive to KIL again will only eat you up if you don't. They choose their victims based off interest, something unique or something the victim has done to them or someone they know. This may not always be right, but sometimes a serial y'all know, has victims with nothing in common. And then that's where the psychopath, okay, she want to put herself in the position, okay? I never put myself in those shoes because I'm not that person. I would never take the life of absolutely nobody, okay? Because I always look at like, hey, I didn't, we just shouldn't have that right. Do you understand? I mean, okay, unless we are defending ourselves in some way possible or defending our kids, you know what I'm saying? Going to the limits, okay? Pressing their whole, okay? Giving what needs to be given. But rather than that, never would I, right? So I wouldn't even want to put myself in their shoes. But when you can jump and put yourself within that mindset, that type of high, you want that type of adrenaline. You understand? It's almost like a high to them to So she's saying, why would you put yourself in it? You already said your mental ain't straight and you don't know what you're capable of. I think anybody that's in the same position, you know what you are capable of, right? I know what I'm capable of and I know my limit. Okay, but my limit ain't never that. My limit gonna be like, if you don't check yourself, I know what level I can get on, but it ain't never where I might black out and I don't know nothing else. I don't know what happened. It ain't never that. Okay, I'm just saying. So then that's where it's like, this hoe want to be crazy, or she actually is crazy. Okay, but she ain't crazy to whoop nobody ass though. So that's what I'm saying. Words, you can say anything from words, but your actions, Naya, I ain't me. If I was a serial KI, what would drive me is what you have done or said to me in a way that I didn't like, or maybe you triggered me. I would choose my victims based off of experiences. See, and that's what I'm saying. If y'all ain't called DSS, if y'all ain't reported, if y'all ain't sent Sumter, okay, 12 over there to say wellness check, okay, look at what she is posting. You know, we put ourselves in those shoes, and then when they snatch us up to say, okay, I think you need to be evaluated, and then once they evaluate you and they want to put your ass in that straight jacket and throw you in that padded room, okay, and feed you the medication, you did it to yourself, fool. I'm just saying, this is what you call, it's called cause and fucking effect. How you like it, how you want it. I would say, you cursed me out when I have done nothing wrong and I was too weak to respond, or you made me feel a certain way and I didn't know how to process my emotions, so therefore anger is built. That's some weak ass shit. That's what I'm saying. That ain't a good enough reason, because then that's where I say this is what your breeder do to your dumb ass all the time. So are you having thoughts of someday, somehow, my breeder? I mean, Bill, also anger is another factor when it comes to KILL. See, we just using this word so loosely, like it's just, yeah. But who am I to say? I wouldn't KIL unless absolutely have no choice. But you love talking about it, okay? You love reposting things like this and then putting it out here on social media. What do you want people to join in? I mean, it's weird. And what y'all fail to realize, you know, you have jobs, you have everybody that's watching, okay, and tapping in on y'all social media pages. So then it's where it's like where you come in and you want to make it your diary and you are talking about some crazy unstable ass ish. If I was over there, it needs to be reported, okay? Report this hoe. This shit should be taken down, okay? Nobody want to read this. This shouldn't even be posted. Bitch, you want a diary, ho? Go buy you one. Go buy you one and put a lock on it and write in it and yeah. Or run down and go get you a psychiatrist or something. Honestly. It's like everybody within this situation has a problem. And I have said this so many times. Okay? Every child that the breeder has had, they all got fucking issues. Some of them have issues that you can actually hear, issues that you can actually see, and some issues that's not recognizable, but you know that there is an issue there, right? You just got to give it time. You got to give it time to grow and expand, okay, so it can start pouring out. Because then you say, how long with this shit with Naya? How long is you going to battle depression if you is depressed? How long is you going to battle whatever you are battling? How long you going to battle? Because it ain't going to get better for you. The breeder ain't going to allow it to get better for you because she haven't even allowed your life to actually get better for you. Okay? She haven't pushed or just gave you a little gas so you can actually fucking drive, because that is what we do as parents. Sometimes our kids don't have that much gas within them, but what we do is we give them the fuel, okay, to light that hoe up so they can We sit back and we'll say like, oh, this hoe is unstable and this shit she's crazy. But it's deeper than that, okay? It's deeper than that. Sometimes if I'm battling emotions, okay, y'all know what trauma feel like. Trauma can hit you to where you are traumatized times 10, to where you actually blank out, go cuckoo, lose it all, and then you say, why the fuck? Because my trauma is hunting me, okay? Not sitting down, getting to the root and the problem. Okay? She gets to the root and the problem of nothing. Nika oversees every fucking thing. How did you see Aisha every day in this raggedy, I'm gonna fucking say it, this raggedy ass sweater. Okay? Sweater turned all on the sleeve. It's ripped up. It's faded. How can you send your kids out here to be around other kids and the teachers to look like that? Okay? Every day, it's like recycling, okay? They have to recycle everything. Sometimes you get tired. Sometimes that shit start hunting you. It hunts you of the things that the kids have said to me. It hunts me of my life, okay? But then I would go and say, it's not a point where you say, I feel sorry, or I feel sorry for Naya. Nope. Because at your big age, it's taking accountability to say, okay, all my life of being around my breeder and being within this situation has not brought me nothing but darkness. It has brought me nothing good. 15 jobs and more, and I'm only 21, okay? I'm not even 30, y'all. Like I said, I ain't even reached that. I can count on my fingers how many jobs I have had. And if I go in there's years behind them. They're not taught stability, and stability actually gets you far, okay? Just because you tapped in and you tapped out, and it don't look good. It don't look good on the black and white. It don't look good where you say, check my resume. It don't look good. My subs that was sending me this yesterday through the emails, I said, oh, here's another one, okay? Here's another situation talking about cereal. And I'm not talking about cereal and milk, y'all. Cereals, with an S. Kill, yeah. It's another situation. It's another situation of her talking about her mental not straight and she don't know what she's capable of. It's another situation of where, I'm just saying. I always say, you'll jump out of high school, able to bond. I wasn't able to do the norm because I'm at home. I'm at home being called a bitch. My big bitches over there, raise your hand. Naya, my big bitch, okay? Not only that, I'm babysitting, okay? I'm watching over the kids. I'm watching over the kids. I'm watching over the kids, and I'm watching over the kids. And right now, at my age, trying to do online school, okay? Because I want to go to college, okay? They saying I can get in there. They looking for me, but I don't have no support system. I don't have no support system because every time it's a situation where I need to be supported, it's decline within every area because it's decline because I need you right on the side of me. Better yet, holding on to my tail as it fucking wag. As it fucking wag and I stray my fucking way with less than. The more you hold on, you're not breaking a pattern or a cycle. The more you hold on, you're not fighting against your trauma. The more you hold on, you are weakening yourself every way possible. And now I'm running out to social media that is fucking worldwide. I'm a psychopath. Whooping their ass so bad that they think it's so fucking normal, and this is not normal. You can't normalize trauma. Can't normalize being mentally fucking whack. You just can't. You know why? Because it will continue to stick out. You know why it stick out? Because the shit ain't normal. Okay? Ain't nothing that the grants, that the grants give is fucking normal. So then that's where it's like, if all the grants is giving this shit now, all the grants before that was giving it, and all the grants before, yeah. The family is tied to a lot of strange things, okay? And it's pouring all down to the Yarbros. And we're pouring down to the Yarbros. We don't know who is a Yarbro, who is a grant, and who, is not a Yarbro. Can't hide secrets forever. Because then that's where you say the secrets will start to destroy you. Maybe you think it's a flex. But I don't call it that, okay? I call it weak as fuck because you need help, okay? And you block out the people that actually tell you need help instead of coming out here reposting, crying about situations that you could actually fix if you wanted it to. So if you was to jump off the deep end, that's your fault, okay? You thought that shit was sweet, cute, tied in a bow. I mean, decorated and colored and everything. It looked bad. It looked bad upon the sneeze and it looked bad upon the breeder because then you say, breeder, okay? You don't recognize what your daughter is giving? Or you overlook that shit like you overlook it with the rest of your kids, right? Y'all, I forgot to add in, okay? Here is the breeder little email. Here is the breeder post, okay? She said, where is help when you need it? Man, a used tire costs the same price as a new one, which is insane. Well, you should know if you was actually paying bills, The cost of living and a lot of things that's dealing with just living on your day-to-day, it has went up, okay, from food, but you wouldn't know that, right? Because you still relying on the government to provide the shit for you. Let's see, rent and lights and all these different things. Everything is fucking going up. So then it's where you equip yourself to run within this marathon of what's taking place, or you shrivel within it, okay? But coming on the social media talking about a tire, if you need a tire, you're gonna buy a tire. If you go out there and you see some food that's overpriced, but at the end of the day, you know you gotta eat, or better yet, you know you gotta eat and your kids gotta eat, what y'all gonna do, right? Y'all gonna pay for it, right? Because, hey, I just gotta float with the cost of living. You understand? Ain't no way I can stay right here. I just gotta move on up with it, right? Okay, so where is the help? Where is the help when you need it? Man, a used tire costs the same price as a new one, which is insane. It's always something coming up, especially after paying all the effing bills. First, you want to talk about, hey, and he's living free and he's not providing and doing for your household. And now you want to talk about after you paying the bill, things come up. Things happen every day. Okay, that's just how it works. Needing a tire, price is too much. You should know, right? Because you come on live and you have the lights off. You have the lights off because you don't want to really use the electric, right? And not only that, you're not running the hot water because then, I guess you feel like your electric bill going to be even higher. So you already know, okay? So it's no need for this post, okay? They try to eat off other people, okay? Eat out of other people's pockets. Somebody come through because I done paid all my bills and I'm making sure my kids is straight now. Basically saying I need help. I need help for a tire. But then everybody was like, oh, you was just at bingo. You didn't know that tire was low? I mean, you didn't know that the pressure wasn't pressuring before you decide to go sit down at bingo and somebody else cheer and then record looking a fool while you getting up talking about they just trying to start something. I continue to call them Tweedledee and Tweedledum, okay? Trying to make excuses for situations. You can't make an excuse for it. Either you get help, either you jump out, okay? Or you just shut up and fucking deal with it, okay? And become mentally unstable within the process. Because you could become mentally unstable in a process of just dealing with too much. Too much laid upon you, Just saying. Anyways, y'all, that's it. That's all that I have for today's reaction video. If y'all like today's reaction video, let's throw those thumbs up. And if you have not, I do ask that you do subscribe. Not only subscribe, y'all, but as I always say, sure. Because, the more you sure is, showing that you care. And I will also ask of any of y'all that's over there following, okay, this wannabe psychopath. I don't know how you do it on Instagram, Facebook, however the case may be, but report it, okay? Report it. Get that shit shut down, okay? I would say, not only that, make reports. I don't know if DSS will give a fuck. Report the post, okay? Report anytime she say incapable. Report the post of her saying KIL or using that word too many times. Trauma starts to build. And y'all know it builds to why it starts hunting you. Okay? It hunts you with fucking darkness. When we think of darkness, we think of, as I said, demonic. Okay? It has triggered you so much that it has transformed, as I said, into something else. Something bigger, something greater. Okay? Something bigger and greater that's beyond fucking me, because then now I'm out of my mind. I'm out of my mental or my mind, I would say. And that's where we lose it. Okay. I done lost it. Okay. I don't see nothing. I don't hear nothing. And I snap. Okay. I would say. Anyways, y'all, don't forget to leave y'all thoughts and opinions down below. Allow me to know what y'all think about all these sitchos. And with all that being said, y'all already know I will see y'all on the world.